Hi everyone, how are you? I'm in this beautiful, amazing forest today with another video. I'm sorry it took me a long time. I'm traveling. I just finished another novel and I'm working on another program for you guys. So I promise to also answer a few questions that I got recently. I will work on them and I will answer them. I promise. I will do my best. I just need a little bit more time. But today I wanted to talk about sexual fantasies and how are they relating to sex magic, to healing ourselves, to finding our divine masculine and feminine. So I'm going to give you also in this video an exercise, and I would love for you to do it. I think it will change your life and it will change how you look at sex, and it would heal a lot. It would help you heal at least a lot of things. So please try to do it. So why sexual fantasies? A lot of us we grew up in this world, which this world already has a very distorted view on sex. We grow up and we kind of absorb that view, whether we like it or not. It's from porn, which unfortunately a lot of children even watch today, and it's kind of ingrained in us to see sex in a very distorted way. So I want to heal that. I really, really would like to heal that because I think sex is one of probably the most important tool that we have besides our voice, the words we speak. So let's start. Sexual fantasies. It can help you see your wounds towards sex and towards relationships and love. It can help you see very hidden, maybe undiscovered needs that you have. Needs that were never met as a child, traumas from a child. So that is very, very important, and people don't really notice that, and they don't really know how important unmet needs are for children and how they kind of linger on all our lives. Let me just fix this a little bit. There we go. So yeah, okay, super. Sorry if the camera is a little wobbly today. So it can help us discover, if we look at them the right way, which I'm going to teach you, hidden subconscious needs and desires from sex and love. Also, our passion and desire in life, which is very important. A lot of us are not even connected to our real passion and our real desires, and we kind of suppress them because we think they're wrong. Another thing that we can discover from this exercise is our goals and purpose, especially for women. And the reason is, as for us women, and I already spoke about it and taught you in other videos, for us women, our sexual core is our life force, which correlates and connected to our goals and purposes in life, to our creation. Our womb is our creation, and once we are in really deep touch with our wombs, we can create more. We can live our purpose and our passion a lot better. For men, mostly, the good thing about that I love about this practice for men is that it can really help them get in touch with their heart. Because remember, the core essence of a man's power is their heart, not their sexual energy, like we've been taught in this society. Again, we learn very distorted ideas about sex and the energy with men and women and feminine and masculine. So for men, it can clearly show heart wounds, especially from the mother. Heart closeness, heart disconnection. It can teach them deep and undiscovered emotions that they haven't connected to yet. So one more thing I want to say about this. When you're doing this exercise, there's no shame. Do not shame yourself. Do not judge yourself. There is no sexual impurity or deviance or fetishes. Any fetish that we have in sex is only coming from a deep wound or need or desire that hasn't been met, that hasn't been healed. So that's why we're doing this. We're doing this to discover these wounds, discover these needs, and heal them in the core. So please, the last thing we need when we're doing this exercise is judgment. You're perfect the way you are. Do not judge yourself. And trust me, you will be surprised how many people walking on this planet today, and I would say most of us, have fetishes, sexual fetishes, and we don't talk about them. Obviously, we don't show them. And so, yeah, please, no judgment. So, are you ready for this? Take a pen and paper, stop this video if you need to, and I will tell you how to do this exercise. So, this exercise is very familiar. It's very similar to the exercise I do about discovering the meaning of our dreams, and I will talk about another video. I'm sorry, I'm always meaning to do the dream video, but it just never happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down our sexual fantasy, the sexual fantasy that we play in our head the most. Obviously, we have a lot of sexual fantasies, but just pick the one or two or three that you play the most in your head. That when you're masturbating or even having sex with someone else, that movie plays in your head. The movie and the fantasy that gets you the most aroused all the time. Sweet. You're going to write down this fantasy, very, like every tiny detail of this fantasy. What people are wearing, the location, every little thing that they're doing with their body, just everything, the way that the girl does her hair, the way that the boy dresses, just everything. And obviously it could be, girl, boy, doesn't matter. Just whatever fantasy comes up. Then what we're going to do is this. You're going to write down the sexual fantasy in present term, just the way it is, all the details. Then you're going to write down the sexual fantasy from the perspective of every person, every item in this fantasy. So let's say I have a fantasy with another guy, and it's in the forest, because I'm in the forest now. It's in the forest, and I'm wearing a bathing suit, whatever. I'm going to write down the fantasies, the whole fantasy from beginning to end, all the details, from the perspective of the guy that's here, from the perspective of even my bra that I'm wearing. If I would have ponytails, then I would write it down from the perspective of the ponytails. What are they? We are childlike. We are this. Just write down everything that comes up. Don't judge it. Now, another tip: put your phone. Give 7 minutes to write down every perspective. No less than 7 minutes. Okay? Promise me. Trust me about this. Don't stop writing anything that comes up. If you need a second, take a deep breath. Put yourself in that perspective of that being or that thing, and keep writing for 7 minutes. Do that for everything. It might take some time, but it's worth it. This exercise is so worth it, trust me. So a few more things I wanted to say. Notice if in the fantasy it's you or another person. So let's say, am I fantasizing about me with another man, or am I fantasizing about another girl with another man? It's very important. Pay attention to that and be with that, and ask yourself, why are you fantasizing another person, or why are you fantasizing you in the fantasy? Now, number 2, describe every small thing, like I said, and just the more details, the better, please. Number 3, any words spoken. Do you or does anyone in the fantasy say specific words that keep coming up? Especially those words that keep coming up in every fantasy. These are the words that are important to notice and to really, really examine. How do they feel? When these words are spoken, how do you feel about them? How does every person in the fantasy feel about these words that are spoken? Write that down as well. Like I said, 7 minutes for every perspective, please. Put a timer on. No less than that, and keep writing. Don't judge yourself. Whatever comes up, don't think about it. And then again, items or clothes or location, everything is important. So pay attention to all the details. If you are doing this and you have any questions, please write me. And I would also love to hear how it worked. You can please write me how did it work to do this exercise. I would really, really love to hear it. I won't speak about it obviously on YouTube or anything, but I would love to get your input about it. yeah, and again, you can ask me any question you want. Better to reach me on my Facebook page, which is Red Revolution. There is links down below. You can go on my website and download my ebook for free, absolutely free. And again, I would love to hear from you, what you think about it. I love you guys. I'm a servant of the Mother, and I pray for the awakening of all men, women, and children on planet Earth. Thank you.